Okay, I think we are live now. Cool. Hello, everybody. I posted a video earlier from about Sabretooth, our new strategy coaster that's going to be opening soon, this June. So, you guys might be wondering what I'm doing here exactly, and strategy coaster that's. So, basically, we had a live stream here recently, or not recently. That was like years back. At Six Flags Great Aminecraft, where I did a whole tour of it. Now, right now, we're preparing for the official season. We're getting rides ready, making sure everything's okay, and good to go for you guys' safety. So, I have never really done much of a face reveal much. This is me. I am Nate. I'm also known as Mr. Fox. I am the Vice CEO of Six Flags Gaming Corporation Fund. And then I'm also joined here today by the CEO, Super Cobra 27. So if he wants to say hi.
And hello, my name is Super Cobra 27, and I am the president and CEO of the Six Flags Gaming Entertainment Corporation. That has been founded since 2014, October of that year, and I've been a part of this company ever since 2014. Operated around to about 6 to 7 multiple amount of Minecraft parks, both past and present, opened and defunct. And I am joined here today with Mr. Fox doing the maintenance and some of the updating on the rides here and there at Six Flags Great Minecraft for the 2025 season to get prepared for this summer of this year.
Indeed. Yeah, so here he is right now in front of Lost River Rapids, which is going to be closed all season. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it will be standing and operating all season. Further news will be dropped towards the end of the season. And more exciting news will be released next year about this park. As you can see, we've also had the new changing of Black Flash, which if you saw by the trailer about, I think it was a year or 2 years ago, that was released. Drop Zone will be getting its refurbishment at some point. We hope to have it return next year. And Dive Bomber, our amazing B&M dive coaster. Excuse my dogs barking in the back. I'll let Cobra take it over for a moment.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So over here, this is the area where you would walk over to 3 of the main areas. One of the first areas over here that you would see is the walkway area towards DC Universe. Over here, you will find rides here like Black Widow, which is a Huss Frisbee manufactured by Huss Parks and Attractions. It is a classic Frisbee ride that has people facing inwards into the Frisbee gondola disc to where you'll be swinging up and down while spinning multiple times at a near 70 to 80 degree angle. Over here is Central City, one of our DC areas over here, which relies on rides like Reverse Flash, which is our premier rides launch roller coaster that faces backwards throughout the whole entire journey. and over here at Boomerang Bay is where we have our Boomerang roller coaster attraction. This is our standard Vacomso currently here at the park. Over here is the Great Minecraft restaurant, which is also one of our restaurants that we have, one of our main restaurants actually. This is the inside of it. Here's the tables. This is mainly where you're gonna get to order and be placed in a table. And in here's the kitchen, which is mainly for staff only. And to your right over here, we have our recent area that was fully reinvented and reopened. This is Ghost Town. This is a area that opened up last year alongside with a new ride that opened up last season. This is Golden Horseshoe. This is a Skylines Attractions Skywarp Cobra Roll coaster with two Cobra Roll inversions facing each other. Well, with two trains going through these Cobra Rolls out all at the same exact time. And over here past both Golden Horseshoe, here is Parkour Run, our parkour attraction, which is also here at the park. It's been here since around 2020, since the park first opened. And over here, we have the entrance of Mountain Runner, which is our, I believe it's either Intamin or GCI wooden coaster that is also here at the park, as you can see right there in the distance. And over here is one of our newest roller coasters that will be opening soon on park opening day. We will give you more information on that later on. And that is Cave Explorer's Outlaw Revenge. Cave Explorer will be a new indoor RMC family hybrid coaster to open up this upcoming season during the summer here at Great Aminecraft. Right over here is our purple and red roller coaster Tilt Runner. This is our Gearslarrow Infinity Dive Coaster, which is the same exact coaster model as Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm. This is the type of coaster model that it is. And over here is a Western expansion that will be placed in possibly for this year or another year at some point. And over here is the Western Saloon, another restaurant which will also be opening this season as well. You're welcome to take a nice little look inside. And we'll go right over here. As you can see, this park has been open since September of 2020 and has been growing a lot over the years with ride expansions and also new details as well. Over here by Tilt Runner, this over here was one of our former flat rides that used to be at the park, El Diablo. This was a first of its kind Larson inverted super loop that used to operate from 2020 all the way until around 2023 for 3 seasons before being closed in 2024. And sadly, it's no longer in the park anymore, but it is still remembered by having these footers here, still commemorating what once used to be here. Also, alongside of that, this is where the Blackout. This is where the Blackout maze for Fright Fest used to also stand as well. So, RIP to both of those things that used to be there. Over here, exiting out of the Ghost Town area, over here is past. Also, real quick, another former ride. Fun fact about another former ride that used to be here, right where the Reverse Flash is. This little arch area right here that you see, that has mixed match colors of the Reverse Flash ride. This was where the original Reverse Flash used to have its original entrance. Now, you might be wondering about that. This Reverse Flash that you see now is not the original. This one was made by Premier Rides. The original one was originally made by Schwarzkopf. It used to go to 3 other different parks before landing into Great Aminecraft and being renamed and being given the Reverse Flash IP name, and has operated from September of 2020 all the way until December of that year. It had its last rides and has quietly retired after that. And now it's been reborn as Reverse Flash. The ride. More reliable and a lot more modern. And over here is Bugs Bunny Boomtown. which I'll give you a second to. There you go. This is Bugs Bunny Boomtown, our Looney Tunes area over here. Right over here, first you have Taz Typhoon, our spinning ride over here. Over here you have Roadrunner Express, our little kiddie coaster. Our other miniature size, bigger kiddie coaster over here. We also have is Bugs Bunny the Ride. And also, if you look up behind Bugs Bunny the Ride, there is a much more better view of Mountain Runner, which looks incredibly tall. Oh my god. And also, right over here is Tweety Bird's Tweety Drop, which is not going to be open this season for a major amount of technical refurbishments, but that's okay. And over here is our second water ride, our family water ride, Elmer's Fud Water Adventure. This is a narrow jet, one of the only few type of water rides of its type still left in the whole entire theme park industry, and really only much few in the world in any theme park, really. And finally, the final ride over here in the area is Daffy Duck's Daffy Adventure, a small miniature boat ride at the park. This is me, Super Cobra 27, and if you need me, I will be all around the park talking about any other type of maintenance on any attractions. Take it away, Mr. Fox.
All right. Thank you, Super Cobra. So, that was a lot of information for you guys to process, but you will eventually process it at some point. So, we're probably going to go back to what we were doing. We randomly just thought today that it'd be a good idea. You know, maybe we're going to do like a live stream to really show you guys behind the scenes what it's like and what we have been working on, just to show how much we do care about this company and care about you guys, that we work our butts off to prepare for the season's starts all the way to the ending. So, yeah. I am going to go ahead and do what I was doing, which is currently repainting Red Hawk, which will be turned into Cyborg. I believe the full name has been written down yet. It hasn't yet, but that will be released completely by the time the ride is opened, when the park opens, if it does. And then we have Super Cobra also working on Harley Quinn, so that has also been a long way to Flat Ride to reopen. So we're gonna be going switching back and forth, so between two different BOVs to see how it works. So in the meantime, I'll probably put on some nice chill music in the background that you'll hear while we do the work. And if you have any questions, you can comment down during the live stream, and we will answer, either me or Super Cobra will. All right, let's get to the work. All right. All right, so guys, basically this right now, as you just saw, was routine of getting the power back on for one of our rides. This one is Bizarro. I'm gonna go behind the scenes and show you how we operate these rides. Yeah, there's little rocks back there, by the way, guys. Yep, right there. Yeah. All right, she's taking a nap. All right, so what you do is, first of all, you want to make sure you have all the power on. We've already went through and made sure that everything was on. And next, we want to make sure things like gates are functioning correctly. So we say gates, we make them turn on, and bam. The next, we close them to make sure that they are closed. Or I mean open. I've been saying that backwards. Right, so let me close them. All right. This is our computer right here. So anything we do, like restarting the ride with the look to the computer, press the button. Things like transferring the cars, or etc. Things like that. This is the locking system. So currently this is unlocked, and the emergency stop button would originally be on, but we are now turn that off. And next, what you want to do is, for this, we're gonna keep gates open, because usually when you do let guests on, we are gonna we open the gates, let the guests on, and then we keep them open until we're done locking, and then we close the gates, because that's how we can get through there. So we're gonna click this, locking restraints, 3, 2, 1, unlocking. We'll click the unlock thing to turn it on, switch it to lock. We open our gate here, and we come over here. Now there'll be the cart. We will go on survival, and we will lock it. Hit about 3 times. Go the other rows, do the same for them. And once we are all good, we check the computer one more time to make sure it's all right. And we look both ways, make sure everything is clear, nothing is wrong, nobody's in front of the gates, and that they're gonna get their foot squished. Oh, we also close the gates. Don't be like me, he forgets that. Close the gates before doing that. And then we make sure we are all good. Hit the mouse on the computer and say the sign, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, OK dispatch. Testing on Bizarro Go, all clear. And it is on the lift. So in the meantime, we can also, this would be, the train right back here would be unlocked. So we're gonna open the gates up, let people unlock the restraints, do the same process while the other ride is going through the layout. Oh, 3, there we go. All right. Close there. And close that. And wait for the train to come back. All right, that's all good. Oh, close the gate again. Don't be like me, guys. Close the gate. Get the computer checked on. Everything is good. 1, 2, 3 for breakfast batch. Test 2 on Bazaar Go. Okay. Now we wait for the other one to come back. Okay. And it's coming back right now. Alright, now that is good. We keep it locked. And what we're just going to do is we're going to click the emergency stop button. And they're already in their prospective hoppers. So they're going to be, the ride is already shut down for the night. Now we're going to go see what Cobra is up to right now. He's currently working and testing on Elmer's FUD right now. Let me see if my... Yep. It looks like it's going good. So I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna let Super Cobra explain how Elmer's FUD works and how we get this prepared for the season.
So how we get this usually prepared for the season is usually particularly about for any water ride at the park. We basically typically during the off season, we usually have to drain out all the water and do all that process and all that other stuff to basically get the whole entire ride dried up. After that, all the mine carts for the water ride, just like on any other attraction, will have to be put in storage to where NPCs will take it apart, put any new parts on it, clean it, or anything like that to make sure it's good, fresh, and runs like brand new. And that's where it can go back into the track, test, and be ready for opening day. And for water rides, you have to make sure all the water pumps are clean, they're working correctly, including the little water shooters as well, to make sure that the water is clean as well, and to make sure that they work properly. You also have to make sure the gates also work properly on this too. We'll also make sure that the ride is being tested correctly.
All right. Okay, we're gonna watch him test this from over here. So as he's preparing for the upcoming season, I guess we're gonna walk around and we're gonna just go over some things. Now, even the kids area here, we're going to go talk about the new Cave Explorer attraction. So this is gonna be a whole new expansion, whole new ride for the Wild West area. What back then when the old Cave Explorer used to be here, our Mach-Ri's Extreme Spinning Coaster, it was actually the Expedition, I think Expedition Forest or something like that. So it's more of an expedition area, more like with a forest though. There's some kind of like, I would say there's some kind of beast. And then when I started getting the saloon over here built in, it started transitioning more into a western area. So then we switched it into a western themed area, and Golden Horseshoe really helped with that. When it did open, it really gave the area a new theme and look, and so that's why we now have the western jail look to it. And so now, with Golden Horseshoe being here, we also, here's a fun fact, back then we also were going to have a skyline attraction originally, be at the park, and we never really had that happen, unfortunately. But then we decided one year that we were going to get one, and here we are, and it's bigger than the original model was ever going to be, and it's been a fantastic addition to the park, and has truly done this area justice and made it worth the purchase, definitely. And it's currently testing right now too, so I'll let you guys take a look at that for a moment. Truly a magnificent and beautiful ride. Now, as we move away from Golden Horseshoe, as I was saying, I really wanted to give this area something more. We both did. And with the whole entire park, all these areas are having fulfilled things. You know, when we got Reverse Flash built in, it already made a whole new area, like, amazing. The original Reverse Flash didn't have anything such like that. It didn't have its own area. It was really more like, it was more mixed in with Boomerang, and it didn't have much to its own name. So then now we're actually expanding into the Metropolis, getting buildings, more restaurants in there, maybe some shows in there as well. But this area, particularly the Wild West area, didn't have much. It was just dry, I guess, which is funny for it being Wild West and desert theme. But we really are trying to give the area more, and so that's why we decided to get the RMC Family Coaster, Cave Explorer Outlaws Revenge, and Tilt Coast and Tilt Runner. We knew also just fit this area as well with its the way it is, and it really fits the vibe. And it's also currently testing right now, so we're gonna go and watch this drop real quick before I continue on. It is currently our park's only, the Six Flags Corporation's only gear slower, I think, right now. So this is truly magnificent and an honor to have at my park as well. Yeah, there he goes. It's fast.
And this is the park's only, the company's only gear slower Infinity dive coaster.
Yeah.
In the park.
So it's truly just something we both recommend you guys riding if you come to the park on opening day. Truly just magnificent ride. With the Wild West Saloon being finished and all, it started to occur to me that I still didn't think that the Cave Explorer Outlaws Revenge was good enough. So with that, we're now having a new Western expansion. Let's making it go further this year, which is gonna be a whole new area, more with expedition kind of theme to it, like adventure, exploring. We're gonna have a shack here that's gonna have most likely a gift shop. We have a food place here that you can go inside of. It's still, keep in mind, everything is still being developed. This is just a behind the scenes of it. You'll be able to eat up here and around up on top of the building and get a nice view of the open water. Where Cave Explorer the original Cave Explorer used to go over the water over here. And this is also another restaurant that we're probably going to have as well. Excuse me. Yeah, so right here is a good picture point too. Just because the water, you know, getting a really nice picture of everything. Really beautiful. And this right here, I can't spoil legally, and also because we really want to make this the best build up possible, and it'll all make sense in the end. And I am sorry that we cannot announce this or say anything right now until the end of this year, but understand that it will be totally worth it, and it'll be amazing. That's all I will say, and it will fit this area perfectly, and it will all come around in the end. That's all I'm gonna say. Now I'm gonna leave this area before I get provoked to say something about it. So moving back up. We are going to go ahead and do actually real quick, I'm going to discuss this with the CEO real quick, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, so we have decided that we will be giving you an early preview of the Cave Explorer Outlaw's Revenge. So we are going to temporarily remove the gates real quick. Blocking it off. So, right off the bat, you're already met with the flash pass and main entrance. Now, this is something we don't really do much, which we're trying to lean into doing more. You'll notice a Blue Hawk at is it Mark Central? Yeah, Mark Central. The newer ride there did get that same kind of entrance system where it had the flash pass and the main entrance. So we truly just like having that traditional look of theme parks, and so it's nice to have that. So flash pass will automatically get you to come up here, just cutting right straight to the front of the line. But I'm going to go ahead and go through the queue and show you what it's like. So here there originally is a waterfall that's going to be put right back over here. Just currently during the off season we have it off, obviously due to the fact that it's unsafe to do that with colder temperatures during off season. And also because we've been building the whole entire structure around there, so we didn't want it running. So basically we are gonna go inside of here. I'm gonna show you a couple things behind the scenes. So off the bat, you are met with the station of Cave Explorer's Outlaw's Revenge. If you can see it from there, this is the station. And there's 4 carts per that can fit into the station. I'm gonna go to the exit real quick just so I can get into the station more easier. Okay, so This is the operating panel for Cave Explorers Outlaws Revenge. Quite simple. This ride will have built-in audio on board the train with you, which is a really cool thing to have. So it's really just going to make the whole experience so much better. I'm going to go ahead and show you behind the scenes with the trains that we had delivered like a month or two ago. So these are all the trains that we have. So we can run 4 at a time, but we have 2 extra just in case we need to have any switched out or anything happens. So these are back here. And this is your first opening scene of the ride right there. After this video, though, there's not too much we're gonna show right now. But after this video, I do promise we are gonna work on a POV of the ride that will be released soon, which will have an early eyes that you can see of the ride. I guess I will walk through it just a little bit. Without audio, I tell you, the audio makes it so much better than what it is right now. So these are some of the pre-made buildings that we had put in place to really fit into the theme. And with this door right here, I'm not going to open that because you'll get to see how funny it is when you do ride it, the ride itself later on. And this is the fire scene here. And basically the story kind of goes along the lines of, you have a sheriff who's tracking down an outlaw, which I will tell you about this lore. This is the biggest spoiler you're only going to get, or the most of a spoiler you're going to get, and that is that the main bandit and outlaw is actually called the Mountain Runner, and the ride outside of this ride is called Mountain Runner. So that is a fun little Easter egg that I did add. More not little, big. This is the fun drop scene. Now you have one of the first drops in the ride. And this is where I'm going to stop showing anything because I want you, this is dangerous to go down, and also it's, I want you guys to see it later when that POV comes out. This is one of the biggest drops we have in a ride. And after this, it gets to chaos. That's what I'll tell you. It's all slow and steady here, but then it gets to chaos right after that big drop right down there. But yeah. So that is what I'm going to show you Cave Explorers Outlaws Revenge so far. We both can't wait to show you this, as this is like a project. This is one of our first, back at Six Flags Great Aminecraft when we had the Justice League Battle for Metropolis ride. It was it was popular. The problem was that it just didn't run correctly, and it cost a lot of money for us to operate it. And at the time, we were still growing and learning and figuring out who we wanted to buy from. And so this right here is the biggest step we've taken for a dark ride since Justice League Battle of Metropolis. And I do want to say that we did try, for all the fans of Justice League Battle for Metropolis back then, we did try, and I mean it, we did try to get it open. We dumped lots of money into it just for it to open, and even after that, we still didn't have much success with it, and we're still sorry that it wasn't reopened. And if we did if it was a shocker for you guys, but this right here, we want this to be a redemption for that ride, and we want this was inspiration of Justice League Battle for Metropolis. This will be better than Justice League Battle for Metropolis, and overall it'll be just better. So that's what I want to say about that. Now, one big thing I want to mention before I most likely end off the live stream tonight is the DC area So we have Rides of Jokes back here, which was opened last year. Oh, the story behind this is quite crazy. And by that I mean the only story and the only thing that you're going to hear from the story is that it took forever. Company went down into some a little bit of a depression. We did come out of it though, and that's why we were trying to turn around the company. For these past few years we have been trying to, and we are actually getting there, and we are proud of that. But this is Rise of Jokes, which we tried to get. We had the queue line actually pre-built for quite a while, and originally before this, there's actually going to be a scene, a gas scene, where you go into this room and you get assigned to a row, and then right before you go, there's this laughing gas that gets dropped on you, which is just a bit of sprinklers, and is supposed to make it feel more, like you're actually in Joker's hands here, But the ride itself, this right here might be one of the craziest and most realistic RMCs we probably have ever created. Just from the way the turns are, and this is also the drop. This is one of the first kinds of drops that we've ever done, where it's a complete tilted down drop like that, while also a tilted upward lift hill like that. And it's a semi-launch lift hill, so it's a fast chain lift. It's not a launch, but it's a fast chain lift that goes quite fast at the lift, and at the top you get sprayed with the laughing gas effect that was going to be in the building that we removed. But at least it's still on the ride though, right? But I think the queue line itself already just shows how much work we put into this ride. And although it was delayed, the effort for it all was really tremendous. Like, we put so much into it, and you can already see by the station and everything. We were proud of this ride. The way it looks, everything, we were proud of it. So the ride has 5 rows, and in the storage area back here, the ride can hold 5 whole trains, which is crazy. But we knew this ride was going to be popular from the moment we got it, and we knew that we were going to need the maximum capacity of trains to get this thing going, because during summer we're going to be running quite a bit of trains, depending on attendance this year, and we're going to redeem this park this year with everything that we've gotten. And yeah, so we're going to go climb on the lift hill real quick here. Let me get my safety gear.
During this time, as Mr. Fox is currently getting his safety gear on, originally, when Rides of Jokes was supposed to originally open, was slated to open in 2021, and originally it was supposed to be a dueling roller coaster, and originally it was supposed to be the tallest and fastest dueling RMC coaster before plans were changed. And those plans changed were the reason why we got this version of Rides of Jokes as of today.
Yeah. Truly, my favorite RMC probably I think we've made, definitely. I just think it's underrated because it didn't have much time. It would open only last year, and it didn't get much time to have the limelight. This time, that's going to change. Right when the park opens, I know this thing might even top Superman, and I'm not going to be surprised if it does. So we're going to wrap back up on top right here real quick. So we are now at the top of Rides of Jokes. I mean, if you look at it, you get a whole nice view. You got Superman, it's massive, huge layout right over there. And I can't tell anybody this, but I'm going to tell you guys secretly, but there might be plans that we're going to extend an area over here, in this area right here. Nobody heard that, though. All right, so with that, though, honestly, if you see, it's a beautiful layout. It's a beautiful ride. We worked so hard on it, and we're very proud of how it turned out, and we're really proud about how this park is turning out, and we cannot wait to see you guys in June when this park opens. So before we say our goodbyes, I just want to remind you guys, when you come to the park, remember to be prepared, wear sunscreen, be safe. Remember to bring your passes. Do not forget those at home. Hey, and bring along all the family. Bring along anybody you want. Bring all your friends along with you. And yeah, we want everybody to have the best time possible. So, from me, actually no, we'll go from Cobra first. So Super Cobra here is gonna say his goodbyes, and then I'll say my goodbyes, and then the stream will end. All right, Cobra, you can go ahead.
From us to you, we thank you very much for being here, and we will see you at the parks. We will be seeing you back here by June 6th. That is when majority of our parks open, and we are also going to be announcing what parks will be opening by May 30th. So stick around for that, and we will also be announcing the opening date for Cave Explorer at Great Aminecraft. So stick around for that very soon, and we will see you all soon later in the next one. Calling all thrills, go big, go Six Flags. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, and the CEO is out. Now, for me, from the Vice CEO, I also thank you guys for attending this stream, and we really do thank you for the support that you've given us over the years, and we are really hoping to improve over time. And yeah, so thank you for listening, and remember everything I just told you earlier. And we can't wait to see you again. So remember to watch the new Sabretooth teaser that just got dropped. And also, that should be it. Yeah. So, thank you. Go big. Go Six Flags. This is your Vice CEO. And also the CEO, Super Cobra, out. Bye-bye, everybody.